I sacrificed the old Alice so I could be.
All right, what's going on, guys? Willis here. So we're going to be jumping into a classic today. They've dropped a massive new event, and I'm sure most of you guys have heard of the game, but for those of you who haven't, Raid Shadow Legends is all about building an insane team of champions to pretty much take on everything from PvE dungeons to competitive PvP events. Now, the strategy involved, I think, is next level, and the graphics, easily some of the best you'll see in a game like this, which has surprised me. Now, whether you're planning to dive into the campaign or tackle dungeons for loot, Raid definitely keeps you on your toes with a ton of options to explore. What makes Raid even better is how often it gets updated. They're constantly adding new events and content to keep you hooked. The progression feels endless, so there's always something new to achieve, and it's fully cross-platform, which means you can play on your phone, switch to your PC, and pretty much pick up right where you left off. It's super seamless and makes the grind feel a whole lot smoother. On top of that, you can create or join clans, which unlocks a whole new layer of gameplay. Clan-based events let you team up with other players to take on massive challenges and earn exclusive rewards. So whether you're playing solo or part of a crew, there's plenty of action to dive into. Before we go any further, make sure you use my link in the description or scan the QR code you're going to see on screen throughout this entire video to get your hands on these amazing rewards. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. So let's break down what exactly the rewards you're going to get from using my code, and obviously, or if you scan the QR code. So yeah, here's what you get by using my QR code. You get 2 epics. So you get Ultimate Galek and Zargala. Now, you don't want to miss out, so be sure you scan my QR code and grab these amazing characters. You're going to miss out, and you do not want that. Now, here's where it gets even better. Use the promo code Monkey King, and you'll unlock the legendary champion Sun Wukong for free. This guy is a beast, and I've been meaning to get him for the longest time. Now, this promo code is only valid until February 7th, so you don't want to miss out on this. Get it as soon as possible. And yeah, he's one of the best legendaries in the game, or free legendaries. So you can actually earn another legendary in the game, Alice the Wanderer. Now, this is obviously a daily login event that you can do, and this runs for 7 days. You can get Alice the Wanderer, and she is a legendary as well, just like Sun Wukong. All you have to do is basically just log in for 7 days and you get a free legendary. Now, legendaries are not easy to get, so the fact that you can just get one for logging in for 7 days is insanely good. Also, guys, it's very important to note that obviously you need to make sure you use my link to make sure you get the 2 epics and obviously the 2 legendaries. I know the main reason you guys are here, it's obviously for the latest global event, Alice's Adventure. Now, this event features 5 brand new legendaries, which is nuts. I'm going to tell you how to get those heroes in this video. First up, Raid has dropped some brand new winter-themed champions, and these guys look incredible. First up, we've got Whirlim Frost King. Look at this guy, he's an absolute beast. Whirlim is perfect for early and mid-game players because of his versatility. He can reduce enemy crit and accuracy while buffing your team with shields, and crit increases. He's a tank support hybrid who's super hard to kill and a nightmare for your enemies to deal with. Then we've got Georgia the Breaker, who might just have honestly one of the coolest designs yet. He's like a samurai nutcracker, which is a wild concept, but it just works. Georgia is all about ignoring protective buffs and hitting targets directly, which is game-changing. With an attack stat of over 1600, he's built to deal crazy amounts of damage. If you've got both Whirlim and Gorgid on the team, you've got a serious powerhouse combination that's going to be hard to beat. Now the main event, Alice's Adventure. I'm going to tell you this one's super sick. So first things first, there's those 5 new legendaries that have been released with the event. Obviously, we have Alice the Wanderer. Alice looks super cool. It's kind of funny that she's got a white rabbit strapped to her back. She's also part of the Sacred Order faction, and her sword was forged for taking the Queen of Hearts down. Her abilities are kind of nuts, like her passive gives her a random ability reset on target death so she can deal massive damage. Next up, we've got the Cheshire Cat himself. This smiling demon spawn cat looks a little different from the one I know. Turns out a demon got a hold of him and gave him a new set of claws. Still got the same grin though. One of his abilities will be so strong in PvP. He basically attacks all enemies at once, but first he buffs himself to get more damage after 2 turns. Then if he kills anyone, he gets a bonus turn. Now, this next guy has been getting some makeup tips from another guy everyone knows. It's the Mad Hatter, and he looks straight up evil now. He's part of the Knights Revenant faction. He's got some serious beef with the Queen, and he's pretty much ready to take her down. His passive is so good. Every 10 turn taken by allies, he heals for 20% of their maximum health, and every 6 turns, he puts a true fear debuff on every single enemy. Then we have the Knave of Hearts. The Queen actually banished this dude because he wanted to run the show himself, and he did not like that. So she's put a spell on his damn soul so she can delete him anytime she wants. He is in the Undead Horde faction, and his abilities are focused around heal reduction and healing his team. One of his abilities actually lets him swap his and an enemy's health bar and gives them a 100% heal reduction. And in that same spell, he equalizes his team's health bars to the highest health ally. It's insane. And then finally, we have the Queen of Hearts, also part of the Knights Revenant. She honestly looks kind of terrifying with the axe. The Queen is actually the one who summoned Alice for the final showdown. She is unlockable through the main event dungeon, which we'll get to in a second. One of her abilities I really like the sound of is Queenly Command, which makes your entire team attack a single target. This is a huge ability. Definitely worth having in your team for that alone. Now, let's talk about the event dungeon. This is where the Queen of Hearts is hanging out, and you'll be blasting through the waves of enemies to claim some amazing rewards, like the exclusive Pinpoint Gear set. The dungeon starts off pretty straightforward. I threw in some lower level champions early on just to farm some XP, but as soon as you hit level 6, the difficulty ramps up. Your lower level characters obviously will start dropping quickly, and at this point, you really need to start thinking about your strategy. Obviously, there's 30 stages in total, and the rewards obviously make it fully worth the effort. Now, do not go in expecting to brute force your way through. You're going to need to experiment with obviously different team comps and tactics to make it to the end. Trust me, you'll be glad you did, because the gear you get from the event is top tier and it can really give your team an edge. And once you complete it, you can unlock the Queen of Hearts for your team, which is sick. Now, obviously you want to unlock Alice. She's the main character for the event. You can unlock Alice just by logging in for 7 days in a row. It's super easy, and on day 14, you'll also get the 2-star Perfect Soul for her, which is a massive upgrade. Aside from Sun Wukong, this is like one of the easiest legendaries to get in the game, so you definitely want to do this. And she's strong as hell, so make sure you log in every day and claim the rewards. All the other heroes are obtainable through in-game events, so make sure you're playing as much as possible until the event ends. You don't want to miss out. All in all, I think this is a pretty good event so far. I haven't finished everything that's available yet, and I've got to level up some heroes to get through the dungeon, but the fact I've got about 3 days until I unlock Alice in the Alice event is sick. Hopefully, she can get me through the rest of the dungeon before it ends. Again, don't forget to use my link in the description or scan my QR code to grab those amazing rewards. When you download the game, you'll immediately get the ultimate Galek, a super strong epic champion who can reduce turn meters, making him incredibly useful early on. And once you reach level 15, you'll unlock Zargala, another epic who synergizes perfectly with Galek to take your team to the next level. So after you've downloaded the game, remember to use the promo code Monkey King to get your free Sun Wukong, but only until February 7th. Then, of course, you can grab Alice the Wanderer through the in-game events that are happening right now. Finally, you can join my clan. I'll drop the name in the description and the pinned comment. So if you wanted to play with me when I'm online, go right ahead. That's all for now, guys. And once again, thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. I really don't want you guys to miss out on all these free legendaries. So definitely check out the game. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.